like to think of the Smash Gods is it's more of like a time period where it's like these people have the highest likelihood to win a tournament, and they're most likely going to win a tournament. The reason I hate the idea of calling them gods is because it makes them sound like they're unbeatable and they're like these like higher beings that like if you're not one of them, then they're like impossible to touch, which is completely untrue. And if you think like that, then all you're going to do is fall into that paradox where it's going to be like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe they're that much higher than you on a pedestal, then you'll never be able to reach them or make them bleed, you know? And if you're really trying to become a Smash God, then you can't believe in the term God at all. You know, they're just another player. So the term God in the Smash community kind of means different things to different people. For a long time, it was referred to as a period of time where the same 5 people were winning the tournaments, but over time, it's sort of become a term to call those 5 people now. Like the 5 people who can win tournaments are Armada, Hungrybox, Mango, Mewtwo, Leffen, and arguably Plup. With being right outside of that upper echelon right now, it feels incredibly difficult for me because, you know, it's that 6, that's that top 5, top 6, that's the cutoff line. And as number 7, it feels like, you know, maybe to everybody else, it seems like, oh, you're just right there, you're so close, you know, you just need to like, just need that extra little 1%, but the way I see it is like, I feel like I need like 10 times more %, like just to break through. It feels incredibly more difficult being number 7 than being number 20 right now, because it just feels like the amount that I need to push myself is that much greater. I was a little nervous going into my set with Wizzy. Well, again, you know, the hardest part about Smash tournaments is just the time management. And, you know, I played my set with HBox, and then I probably had to wait like 2 hours until I could play my set with Wizzy. So it's really hard to manage the appropriate amount of time to warm up and pre-routine and mentally prepare. And that's just like a struggle that the top Smash players have to deal with. But I didn't have it all together. I didn't have the game plan together. You know, he rocked me the first 2 games.
I talk about this a lot. Oh, I think SFAT's dead.
Yeah.
And he's getting hit by 4 feet. That's a bad look.
That
forward tilt.
Yep. Cleaning up.
I think SFAT reaching a little bit too hard. You know?
And he's
rolling
trying to
force
lot.
it. He's trying to force it.
He's rolling a lot. He's panicking in neutral, rolling away.
At that point, you know, when you're down 0-2, you really have nothing else to lose. And so it's when I started to, you know, say some of my mantras to myself, like, you know, whatever happens, happens. I kind of just like let go. Like I kind of just stopped caring whether I was gonna win or not. Not that I wasn't trying to win anymore, but it was like liberating, you know? I like could let go of this invisible pressure that I was putting on myself to really win this set. And once I did that, I played so much better. You know, I 3-stocked him the next game, destroyed him.
I think he's doing shine, and his follow-ups are a little bit better.
And he's got the offense going. Look at this.
Yeah.
Shield pokes. Just going for the dash. Just keep hitting them. Yeah, these up tilts are actually just dominant. And I like that Falcon kick by Wizzy. It's just basically it's the same as when Mango did the up B that one time versus Leffen to make that crazy
what a
comeback.
Swing, dude.
Yeah.
And then he took me to Dreamland, and I beat him there.
And I don't think that Falcon really could cover ledge that well from that situation. Whoa, he's shine out of shield, turn around. Wave shine. Perfectly. That's hard.
That's practice, dude. Oh,
No follow-up.
Oh, nice shield, bro.
Yeah,
that's
that's going to hurt.
I felt like I remembered what the game plan was supposed to be, and I was applying it effectively. On game 5, he started a little bit stronger. I think he ended up taking the first stock, or we traded really quickly. It was a pretty back and forth game, but then I had a clear stock advantage. I was up 2-1 on his last stock. You know, I think that's where I kind of faltered, and I resorted back to habits that I was doing in the first couple games. I was rolling out of his pressure too much, and ultimately he was able to clean up the last 2 stocks.
Here we go, last stock. Will you Wizzy him or will you scar him?
We're about to find out. Uh-oh.
SFAT coming in, scouting out.
Oh, good crouch, but wait a minute.
Oh,
Wizzy
Wizzy's turnaround.
yeah. Oh my, no, he's rolling.
Yeah, no, Wizzy is all over rolls right now. This could be it.
Oh!
He just gets drop zoned. He DI'd in on down throw at the ledge.
That's nervousness,
In
too.
2017.
Oh, man. Essa has such a lead, too.
After the set with Wizzy, I felt super discouraged, frustrated, upset. You know, when you lose like that, immediately the first thing that you want to do is you want to like think of something to blame. Like what happened? Like what external factor can I blame to make myself feel better? But that's all in the moment, right? That's all in that hour to 2 hours after you lose that you feel that. But then like the next hour is really important because that's when I sort of take all of that negative emotion and use it as fuel to make sure that I'm still on the right path. You know, what is that saying? It's like, you know, ultimately it doesn't matter what you've done, it matters what you choose to do from here.
CLG Smash today, or at least CLG Mid. I guess all CLG Smash today. Didn't quite perform how we wanted to, but the part about being a CLG member is that you're an underdog and you always come back stronger. So expect CLG Smash 4 and CLG Melee to come back.
So Big House, it probably did very little, to be honest, in propelling me to that top 6. Might have hurt me a little bit, but you know, Wizrobe is already considered like a top 10 player, so it's not too big of a hurt, but it hurts me in the sense that I wasn't able to take out one of the top 5 or top 6 this time, and you know, ultimately that's my goal. Every tournament is to beat at least one of them that tournament, and every tournament that goes by that I don't beat one of them, then I feel like I'm failing in that tournament. Even if I get 4th or 3rd, if I didn't beat one of the top 6, then I'm not achieving my goal. I don't want to be remembered as the guy who could almost do it. I don't want to be remembered as number 7 where it stops at number 6, you know? I guess I want to be remembered as not number 7, but as the guy who was able to break the 7 to 6 barrier and expand the number of people who could potentially win a tournament.